My husband didn't just cheat on me. He cheated with my own sister. My name is Rachel Morgan, and I never thought betrayal could cut so deep that it would shake the very foundation of my life. I always imagined heartbreak would come from some stranger, some outside force. But in my case, it came from the two people I trusted most, my husband, Daniel, and my sister, Emily. For years, I believed I had the perfect marriage. Daniel and I had been together since college. We struggled, worked hard, and built a life side by side. We bought a home together, planned for children, and shared everything from late-night takeout to quiet morning coffees. I wasn't just his wife, I was his partner in every sense of the word. And Emily? She wasn't just family, she was my best friend. Growing up, Emily and I were inseparable. I defended her when kids teased her, I covered for her when she got in trouble, and I always believed we had an unbreakable bond. Looking back, the signs were there, but I didn't want to see them. Daniel started staying late at work, always with excuses about deadlines or meetings. His phone, once left casually on the table, was now glued to his hand. He grew distant, moody, and quick to snap at me for the smallest things. Emily, on the other hand, was spending more time at our house. At first, I thought nothing of it. She'd always been close to me, and Daniel treated her like family. But then I noticed the way she lingered in the kitchen when he walked in, how their laughter seemed to carry on long after I'd left the room, and how they shared little glances they thought I couldn't see. The final straw came one night when Daniel told me he had to work late. But something didn't sit right. My gut screamed that something was wrong. So I drove to his office. His car wasn't there. My hands shook as I dialed Emily, pretending to check in. No answer. Something inside me shattered as I turned back home. And there it was, Daniel's car, parked right outside my house. I walked in quietly, my heart pounding so loudly I thought it would give me away. And then I saw it. Them. On my couch. My husband and my sister, entangled in a way that burned itself into my memory forever. Emily froze, her face pale, while Daniel jumped up, stammering excuses that fell flat. I couldn't hear them. My ears buzzed with rage, betrayal, and heartbreak all at once. The two people who swore they loved me most had been laughing behind my back, sneaking around under my nose, and destroying everything I thought was real. And worst of all, when confronted, Daniel had the audacity to say, "It just happened. Don't overreact. We didn't mean to hurt you." Overreact? My life was crumbling, and he called it an overreaction. I kicked them both out that night. Emily begged me not to tell our parents, crying that she had made a mistake. Daniel tried to spin it, claiming he was confused and lonely. But I was done listening. That night, I barely slept. By morning, the phone calls started. My mother called first, her voice sharp but pleading, "Rachel, don't make this bigger than it is. She's your sister. Families make mistakes. We don't air our dirty laundry, think of the family's name." Then my aunt chimed in, telling me to forgive for the sake of family harmony. Even my father, who rarely weighed in, said, "Don't embarrass us by dragging this into court. Just move on." I couldn't believe it. The people who were supposed to protect me were more worried about appearances than the fact that my own husband and sister had destroyed my marriage. For once, I didn't give in. I wasn't going to be the scapegoat or the one told to be the bigger person. Not this time. And that's when I decided I wouldn't just walk away quietly. If Daniel and Emily wanted to betray me, then they could face the consequences. The next morning, I met with a divorce lawyer. That's when I found Ms. Carter, a woman who didn't just represent me, she fought for me. I wasn't going to let Daniel walk away with half of everything we had built together while he mocked my trust behind closed doors. As I laid out the evidence, the text messages I'd pulled, the photos I'd taken, the timeline of his lies, it became clear that Daniel had no defense. When proceedings began, Daniel tried to play the victim. He claimed I was cold, that I had driven him away, and that his affair with Emily was just comfort. My jaw nearly dropped in the courtroom when he painted himself as the one who'd been wronged. But here's the thing about lies: they unravel fast when you shine a light on them. My lawyer presented evidence that Daniel had been funneling money out of our joint account to fund his secret dates with Emily. Dinners, hotel rooms, little gifts. The judge's expression hardened as the receipts were laid out in front of him. When Emily was subpoenaed, she squirmed in her chair, unable to deny the affair. And just like that, Daniel's entire performance crumbled. The ruling was brutal for him. The court awarded me the house, the majority of our shared assets, and even part of Daniel's retirement fund because of his misconduct. As the gavel fell, I felt a weight lift from my chest. Daniel's face went pale. The man who thought he could cheat on me with my own sister and still walk away rich was now leaving the courtroom with almost nothing. As for Emily, our relationship was finished. My parents begged me again to forgive her, to keep the family bond intact. They said, "She's your sister, blood is thicker than water." But I was done being the scapegoat, the bigger person, the one who had to sacrifice for everyone else's mistakes. I cut ties with her completely. She and Daniel didn't last long anyway. Without the thrill of sneaking around, their relationship fell apart in months. Emily ended up alone, and Daniel was stuck trying to rebuild his life from scratch. Meanwhile, I focused on myself, rebuilt my confidence, and discovered strength I never knew I had. For once, I wasn't living for someone else's approval, not my husband's, not my sister's, not even my parents'. And the best part? I got to tell my own story. Because in the end, betrayal doesn't define you. How you rise after betrayal, that's what defines you. Daniel and Emily thought they could break me. Instead, they broke themselves. And me? I walked away free, stronger than ever, with justice on my side.